Install Oracle Guest Edition, which are the Oracle virtual machine tools. Now, exactly what is Oracle Guest Edition and why do we need them? Well, Oracle Guest Editions are the tools that are associated with the Oracle box. We have a Linux machine that runs on Oracle box or an Oracle environment. But if we want that virtual machine to run more efficiently with its in and output um, features, and also some people want to have the mouse, especially the mouse, to be not trapped inside a virtual machine. What they do is they install the Oracle Guest Edition tools. So what you would have to do is, if you are inside of a virtual machine, then you don't have to do the right control key to get out of the console trap, but you could just freely move your mouse from your machine to your desktop. So that's one of the advantages, and there are other many advantages as well. So in this lesson, this is what we are going to cover on how we could install Oracle Guest Edition tools in our virtual machine, and specifically in our Linux virtual machine. So what we're going to do is, first, the instructions that we're going to follow are is that first we make sure that you are running the latest kernel. So to see if you are running the latest kernel is either by you look online and see what the latest version excuse me, what the latest kernel version is out there, or you could just simply do yum update kernel, which most likely we will do, and then install the following packages, which is to do the RPM. And there is this package um, called um, EPL latest release 7.rpm. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, this AFDA, just ignore that. It's just a mistype. The whole HTTPS colon ends at .rpm. Then install the following packages, which is GCC, kernel devel, kernel header, KDMS, make, bzip2, and Perl. And of course, at the end, once everything, all the requirement, all the basic necessities for Oracle Guest Editions are done, then mount the VirtualBox Guest Edition is by going to the console and clicking on device, insert Guest Edition CDs images, and then simply run it. So let's go ahead and follow this procedure. So this way we could do the installation of Oracle Guest Edition. So for this procedure, I will go through my console. I already have my console open. I am logged in as myself. My directory is my home directory, and my host name is the current or the right host name, which is my first Linux machine. To do the yum update for the kernel, I have to be root. Now I would have to update my yum install kernel and asterisk. But of course, make sure before you run this command, make sure your computer has internet connectivity. If you do not have internet connectivity, first enable the wireless or Ethernet cable attached connectivity to the internet. I have the internet connectivity. I have confirmed it as well. I could do ping www.google.com, and you'll see I'm getting a result back. So that's how I know I have internet connectivity. Anyway, you do yum install kernel asterisk. Hit enter. It'll go out to all the repositories that is available to me for this version that I'm running, and it will find all the packages that I need to do the update. And you'll see here is the dependency resolve and list of installing packages that are there. It's telling me install total 8 packages and total of 8 packages that it will be upgrading it. But of course, it depends on your system, your Linux machine. Your output could be different from my output, so just don't look exactly the same output as mine. It could be different depending on your system, when it was installed, when it was patched, or when it was upgraded. So simply go ahead and hit yes. What this is going to do is this is going to download all the packages that are associated with the name kernel, and there are a total of 7 packages that it is going to download. As you could see, it's going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's up to 7 right now. And once the download is complete, then it will go through the installation process. It's just the same way as if you are installing something on your Windows machine, where you would first download the executable. After downloading it, then you double click on the package itself, then it goes through the installation process. So same way it works here. So now it's telling me that it has downloaded, and now it's updating the 2 packages that it was talking about. You see it has right here, it says upgrade 2 packages. So the first thing it did, it updated those 2 packages. Perfect. So now after the upgrade, now it has 8 packages to install. For those 8 packages, these are the 8 packages that it will install. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 together, and the 2 packages that it will update are 1 and 2. So anyway, update is completed. Installation is still in process. So once the installation is completed, then you could see there is this repository that I would have to install. That repository or that RPM would allow me to also do the install of other RPM packages. Okay, so let's give it a couple of minutes, and what I could do is I could just simply fast forward from here, so this way it doesn't waste your time, and by the time it finished doing the installation, then we'll come back to it. Okay, on my machine, the installation or the yum update for the kernel has been completed. The next step I would have to do is run this command, which is to download another RPM package. By the way, this instruction I will add to one of the notepad, and then you could download from the resources from the same lesson, and you could just simply copy and paste. Once I run this RPM, I'll install this RPM package. Then I would have to install this list of all the packages with the command yum install gcc kernel devel, kernel headers, dkms, make, bzip2, and perl. Once all these packages are installed, then we'll go to the last part where we will do the mount VirtualBox guest edition. And this is what I'm going to show you now, how you could attach the device, insert guest edition CD images from the Linux or from the virtual machine console. Okay, so once all the required RPMs or packages are installed or kernel is updated, then all you have to do is come to this console of a VM, whether it's a virtual machine for Linux or Windows. You go click on devices and click on insert guest edition CD image. So when you click on it, you'll see a disk image that will show up here. It means it is being attached, and it will ask you to run it. So just go ahead and click run. Once you run it, it will open up a window, and it'll ask you for root permission. So put in a root password, and then it will run that automatically. So it says, do you wish to complete? I have already been through this, so I don't have to do that. So simply go ahead and do install, and it should take care of your guest OS tools, where you don't have to actually, where your mouse will not be trapped inside of your console, virtual machine console. All right, thanks.